Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Tunde.
Let me see if I can find out where's
Texas, my Phoenix, my...
You know, he talks about where he's going.
This I cannot log into
let
my
the whole
account.
Thing play. It doesn't look
so
like
then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen.
Not good.
And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account.
Okay.
Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up. They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th, that's when Medea went public. That's when Medea went public.
Tyler Perry?
Everybody knows who Medea is. July 25th, that's when Medea went public. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know my
What happened? Oh, he went out.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested, because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense.
Yeah.
Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense.
You know.
Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense.
I know.
Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went public and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. Hold off on all FDMG Academy money order and check donations until the situation is resolved. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account. If I find out Medea and Pastor Bussy had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now.
Jeez.
Because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary.
Good.
So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars, so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist.
That's not good.
PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. If I don't have Cash App, nor does FDMG have Cash App. I do not have a Cash App. I only have Apple Pay and PayPal. If you can spare a few dollars, send it to my Apple Pay, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, or my PayPal, PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Although Leo season is off to a rocky start.
Yeah, it's really off to a rocky start. God damn, bro.
What is the date of this? When did he release this video?
This was this week. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I just heard about it, man. Jeez, oh, wait.
Yeah,
That's not good.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's not good. Like he could be walking down the street, somebody gonna punch him in the face. Like, yo, where my money at?
Yeah, I mean, I've never personally donated to any of Dr. Umar Johnson's initiatives. You did? Okay. Yeah, I haven't. Not that I wouldn't. I just my ear to certain things is just not there. To some streets, it's just not. But I do think this is one of those situations where when somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson has given so much of themselves to the cause and to the advancement of our people, he should, in moments of need, be able to go out and ask. I mean, it shouldn't feel bad about it or shouldn't feel shamed about it. Listen, if you've given so much of yourself to our community for so many years, you should be able to go back to the community in moments of need and ask for help without feeling shamed about it, and certainly without being shamed for it. But there's just some stuff there that's a bit cryptic to me, and that is, I don't know what he's referring to when he says Medea went public. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know who Medea is.
You know who Medea is? Because I'm thinking Tyler Perry. You talking about?
Yeah, he went public with a new girlfriend.
Oh, Tyler Perry went public. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck did I do with Umar Johnson?
I have no idea. I was trying to connect the dots there. Like, why would they want him to do anything with his account?
Yeah.
You know, and Tyler Perry got enough money. If he was trying to come after you, he can get lawyers and things like that for any reason. Like, I don't understand that part.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Did Umar say something about Tyler Perry?
He was saying.
Sorry.
He said 2 individuals that basically insinuating that they may have been trying to hack his account because they said his stuff is frozen because someone was trying to get access to it that shouldn't be in access to it.
Right.
I don't think it's really lining up. So he's accusing Tyler Perry and somebody else. I can't remember.
Pastor Pussy. I think it is Pastor Pussy.
Yeah. Pastor Pussy or something. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He was using those too of that.
Pastor Pussy. Yeah, that's crazy. No, Pastor Bussy or Pastor Pussy?
No, Pastor Bussy.
Bussy.
Yeah. With a B.
Change my motherfucking name, bro. That's ain't that damn? That's a man's butt, ain't it?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so those two individuals, he's thinking that is in correlation of his account being hacked. I'm hearing that they're saying that there was some fraudulent actions that happened on him, and that's why it's being frozen. Yeah, like you said, D, like all his energy and efforts on trying to liberate Black people, the community should be working out. But on the same token, a lot of people have been asking for many years, where the school at? You know what I'm saying? Like the school's been under construction for so many years, and you're seeing different stars able to, like, you know what I'm saying, get their school off the ground and everything like that, right? And my timeline that I observed is that after his daughter came out and said how horrible of a father that he was, that's when the decline of Umar Johnson started happening.
Yeah.
Just like, what is it, 3 weeks ago? Maybe a month ago, his school was vandalized horribly. Like all the information, like it was like covered in pink paint and everything like that, and it was just somebody broke in, like people broke in, and he never showed the video as to who actually did the crime. You know what I'm saying? But people saw that it happened, and nobody's talking about it. But I think his school is in Delaware, correct?
Is it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's not in Philly. It's in Delaware.
I didn't even know that he got to the point where he officially opened up a school. I know he's been working on it for a really long time.
Obtained the building, but didn't get it opened up yet.
Yeah, but it was like, you know, of course it was this close, my brother. It's this close, my brother. It is this close, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of saying three things at the same time.
You know, yeah, that was really annoying.
Nah, but you know what? He's can I say something about that? He's very strategic about that, and I understand. For us on the other end, we look at it as, all right, you don't got to be so repetitive and redundant about things. But the truth is, in this day and age that we live in, you absolutely have to be strategic, repetitive, and redundant for a number of reasons. The first thing is that people have such a tremendously short attention span.
That's
right.
True.
That's the first thing. So you have to be very repetitive about the things that you say to land the point. The other thing too is that you know, we got a lot of people that they'll take videos and they'll chop them up and put a spin on it and say, oh, he said this and he said that. And then even with the advent of AI, people could take that, create a deep fake, and have him say something else that he didn't say, thereby putting the narrative in a completely different direction and making his message be absolutely and completely antithetical of what the intended message was to be. That's the first thing. The third thing, and this is me on my God body shit, you say things 3 times, we reach the point of knowledge. In order for us to drive knowledge, we have to do things 3 times, because that's the point that people truly get to understand things, right? So I see why he did it, and I understand people will be like, you know, it's going, that shit is annoying, he's just doing it, you know, we don't know why he's doing it, it's annoying. But no, he's very strategic, and he should be doing it 3 times. And for those of us that recognize the significance of it and why he has to do it, it shouldn't bother us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I hate you, bro.
I get it.
I've been following. I have followed Umar in the early days, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty dope, you know. But my issue is I just can't listen to him no more. Because nothing has happened the needle hasn't moved, you know. And I don't think in order to help your community, you need a building. I don't know if y'all heard of the young man, New Emerging King. He's in the he's got the founder of the X for Boys. He didn't start with a building. He started with his home. He started with boys in the neighborhood. He
I
started
know who
showing
you're
them
talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yep.
cars, fix things around the house. And so he just started doing it naturally, right? So it started growing, and then he started getting private donations from people. Personal accounts. So it's like, if you really want to make a change, you find a way, you reach out how you can in that moment. You don't have to have a lot of money to do it. So
yeah, I think though, and listen, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be a full on advocate of Dr. Umar Johnson. Nor am I gonna say that I followed the brother, you know, since the beginning, but I do know that early on as a psychologist, he was going into the schools and putting a great deal of emphasis on the psychology of Black boys, particularly in the context of the public school system,
Which is needed.
with the intention of being able to provide them and their parents with appropriate or accurate diagnosis concerning learning disabilities, but then also being able to provide parents with the proper resources to get our Black boys back on track. So I do know he was doing a lot of grassroots stuff back then, and perhaps, you know, that stuff was the lead up to him saying, all right, this effort could be better served. I mean, our people could be better served, and our communities could be better served if we actually have a school. But, you know, as is the case with our people historically, trying to do something for our community, there's always some type of obstacles or barriers that we have to encounter, particularly when it's for the upliftment of our community. Yeah. And I think this is just one of the many obstacles and barriers that he's facing. I believe in Dr. Umar Johnson wholeheartedly. I wouldn't say that I necessarily agree with the methods all the time, but I agree with the intentions. But I do think, you know, he is perhaps at this moment serving as an example and a reminder to our community that anything good that we try to do, without and while being unapologetic about how we speak about other communities, is going to be met with some backlash, blocks, and barriers. So again, that's just me going back to the point of, I think we should be able to support him, and you know, and honor his requests in his moment of need. And, you know, that's it, man. You know,
real talk, because like a lot, like Umar, he went YouTube Hollywood too much. When it came to, like, everybody started using him as the blunt of the joke, as the brother that gives people thousands of lashes for doing coon shit, to like Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunny Never rhetoric. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it became a form of entertainment and stuff, and people, like, you know, there was people like, yo, where the school at? You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this going on interviews and talking about how you ain't fucking with white bitches and everything like that. And it's like, is he just one person? And I don't know his team and who he had that, you know what I'm saying, that could help him reach the milestones. But if you're gonna go at Umar Johnson like that, go at the churches like that, go at the Nation of Islam like that, go at all of these cats that, you know what I'm saying, that were organizations for Black people that you have seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like even with the Million Man March and stuff like that, I have not seen anything that came from that aspect. You know what I mean? It just, they had a group of people emotionally filled and was there for the cause, and next thing you know it, nothing happened with it. You know what I'm saying? I see nothing about it. I finally seen a group of FOIs beat the crap out of a white dude. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the white dude did, but I'm pretty sure he said something that was offensive. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that was in Grand Rapids, Michigan and stuff. But yeah, well, but he was really having tangible items together. He was really trying to keep it black only. I remember he was trying to get the HVAC infrastructure together, and he had to go to a white contractor because, you know what I'm saying, like the blacks wasn't delivering, you know what I'm saying, on his goals. And then, like I said, once his daughter came out publicly and was on the attack on him and giving him a different outlook on how he needs to, how black families are supposed to be, it just started declining. And especially when the school got trash like that, now people are questioning it as a scam, or you know what I mean, like he just trying to find a way to get out of this situation, you know what I'm saying, because he didn't use all the resources traveling or things of that nature. And it's like, you know, everybody has their own opinion, and it all could be true, you know what I'm saying, on both ends, you know what I'm saying. But it's just, you know, if you're going to question Umar Johnson like that, then question all the other entities that's supposed to be liberating the black people, you know.
That's everybody. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would.
And national advancements, you know what I'm saying, the color people, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, question all these cats that's been talking that shit for all these years. If you're gonna question Umar Johnson, that one person, you know?
Yeah. I would also add on to that, that us as a community, we need to stop allowing white people to take part in the narrative that tears down our people. Right? Like, if you're speaking if you're a white person and you're outside of the community and you're speaking in favor of him, or you're speaking generally about him, then that's fine. But whenever, because, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I did just a quick Google, and the amount of just YouTube channels, and YouTube channels that are run by white content creators that are speaking about Dr. Umar Johnson and having perspective about that, we definitely shouldn't be listening to them, because you're not a part of the community. And because you're not a part of the community, there's nothing that you should be, there's no conversations about him or what he's doing or what he's not doing that should involve you. You know, and that's one of the other things too. Like, we'll go ahead and listen to be drawn by the clickbait and take part in listening to these uninformed conversations from people that are outside of our community, just because we want the entertainment value of it. But I think it's necessary for us to say, you know what, like, if I'm going to listen to anybody, allow me to listen to, let me listen to somebody from the community that is more likely to have an informed perspective about this rather than somebody outside of the community. Right. Which is the reason why, if we think back to Malcolm X, and he was asked, by a white person, what can we do to support the cause? He's like, nothing. Right. There's enough of us that are absolutely living it right now, bearing the brunt of hatred, racism, bigotry, oppression. There's enough of us that have informed positions and perspectives coming from the community that there's enough for us to be able to deal with it and get the perspectives that we need to drive the cause and the fights to drive the cause. We don't need you to come with your uninformed perspective to help us drive this fight. We got it. You can support from the outside, right? And that's cool. We can't stop that, but we don't need you to be a part of it, So, yeah, I think we just need to maintain that.